Kailash Hills is an upscale residential neighborhood in South Delhi. It is a quiet enclave primarily inhabited by bureaucrats, government officials, and their families. On a Wednesday morning, a 22-year-old student was in her rooftop room. The daughter of an Indian Revenue Service officer, she was alone in the house while her parents were away. When her parents returned, they found her dead. She had been murdered in the middle of the day, an event that shocked a community defined by its gated security. Investigators found no signs of forced entry. The attacker had used a key and moved through the house with an intimate knowledge of the family's daily schedule. Police identified the suspect as 23-year-old Rahul Meena. He was a former domestic helper who had worked for the family for 8 months before being dismissed. His arrival at the house followed a separate crime committed just hours earlier in another state. The attack in Delhi occurred at the end of a 24-hour sequence of violence that began in Rajasthan. Rahul Meena's father worked in the same office as the victim's father, which helped the younger Meena secure his job as domestic help. That employment ended a month before the murder, when the family fired him for financial misconduct. This diagram tracks the debt Meena accumulated through an addiction to online card games like patti. Over several months, his losses spiraled to over 7 lakh rupees, leading him to borrow money repeatedly to fund the habit. He spent the weeks following his dismissal in his village in Alwar, playing games and ruminating on his firing. He felt humiliated by the family and began planning a robbery to settle his debts. The sequence of violence began on Tuesday night in Alwar, Rajasthan. Meena allegedly broke into a friend's wife's home while her husband was away at a wedding and raped her, threatening to kill her if she spoke. Following the assault in Alwar, Meena boarded a transport heading toward the capital. This route stretches toward Delhi, where he arrived the following morning. He went directly to Kailash Hills, still seeking the money kept in the house. He entered the residence using a spare key he had secretly kept after being fired. He avoided the main living areas and went straight to the rooftop study. Meena strangled the victim with a mobile phone charging cable and assaulted her while she was unconscious. After the attack, Meena attempted to unlock a biometric safe using the victim's fingerprint. When it failed, he used physical force to break it open. He stole cash and jewelry, changed out of his blood-stained clothes, and left the house shortly before the victim's parents returned. Meena had spent 8 months learning the vulnerabilities of the household. He used that knowledge to execute the intrusion during the specific window of time when the daughter was home alone. Information shared by Rajasthan authorities helped the Delhi police launch an interstate manhunt. Investigators tracked Meena to a hotel room in Dwarka, where he was arrested. The ongoing investigation is using DNA profiling and digital tracking to confirm the exact timeline of Meena's movements, from the first assault in Alwar to his arrest in Delhi. During his appearance at the district court, the suspect, Meena, showed no remorse. When the judicial magistrate questioned his motive, he answered that he committed the crime solely for money. The case highlights how financial ruin and personal grievances can escalate into extreme violence. In less than 24 hours, a series of behavioral red flags culminated in a tragedy inside a home where the suspect was once a trusted presence.